Hi, guys.
Good morning, everybody.
Hey.
What's up, Paul?
Buenos dias.
Yeah. Is that Marky Mark or is that Donnie?
Happy Sunday, everybody.
Yeah, it looked like Marky Mark.
Coffee shop, Donnie.
Yeah.
Especially with my glasses.
What's going on, everyone?
Holy cow.
Well, it's just trying to keep warm in this brutal weather we're getting here.
Not as brutal as Buffalo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's worse than Buffalo, huh?
Yeah.
It's so bad in Buffalo, they came to Detroit.
Yeah, anyone going to the Browns game?
No.
Imagine doing Winterfest at Cedar Point in this.
No. Donnie, you're a Browns fan. What about going to take a drive up to Detroit?
I'm gonna watch the ticket prices because they sold like 50,000 tickets in 48 hours, but that still leaves a ton of tickets that like scalpers bought up. So I think they're gonna be trying to give them away in the next couple of hours here. So
yeah, but are they going as much as Taylor Swift tickets or
no, not at all.
Taylor Swift tickets are going crazy.
No.
Yeah.
They're gone. They
Yeah.
went
Oh,
crazy.
they're gone
They're
already.
all gone, and I didn't get any, and I don't want to talk about it. So
They
Donnie,
are available.
Donnie
I saw some for $43,000 on Facebook last night. So
it's fine. We make that much on this podcast every 10 minutes, so
Right.
I don't know why we can't get them.
By the way, Donnie, if you want to go, Deuce from Deuce's Dogs asked me if I wanted to go this morning, and I couldn't. So, if you're looking for someone to go, or you're looking for a partner, Deuce might be the guy. He'd be fun to go with too.
Dude's got some ticks. I don't know. It's Sunday, so it's family day. So I gotta try to find 5 tickets for cheap. If I can get 5 tickets for $100, like in the next couple hours, I'm gonna try to talk everybody into going.
Andrew, you sound like
That
you
would
got
be
a
cool,
cold.
Yeah, for like a month, man. I actually went to the doctor last night because went through the urgent care because it's just been. I guess I've been sneezing so hard that I pulled a muscle in my stomach to where like, every time I sneeze,
Holy
every time I coughed or sneezed, every time I coughed or sneezed, the pain would be like a 10. So I had to go. I went to the doctor last night just to make sure I wasn't dying. They said I'm not dying, which is cool.
Aw. Well, glad you're not dying, Andrew.
Same.
No.
Glad you're not dying. Donnie, Ford Field's
right,
pretty
let's talk,
cool. So if you get to go, it's a really great stadium.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's talk. Let's start with, of course, what everyone's talking about. It is the new mouse coaster, Wild Mouse.
Yeah, that's big
It's almost
news.
done.
Yeah, it's about 80% complete at this point. I think they got a little bit more on the top to work, and then they have the lift hill. And after that, it's like stuff like the station and all the other stuff. But yeah, they're cruising along. It's essentially it's almost like a carnival ride, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Well,
I was gonna say, what kind of a ride is it going to be? Like, it's not going to be really big.
No,
You guys.
no. Sorry,
I'm sorry. I am super pumped for this ride, you guys. I know we're kind of bagging on it because it just doesn't look very, very crazy. But I mean, a cheese car with little mouse cars chasing it around the track. I'm gonna get my whole family on that thing, and it is gonna be amazing. I cannot wait.
I'm not egging it at all. I've been on them before, and they're a lot of fun.
Who's going to be in the cheese car?
Yeah, just because it's not 1,000 feet tall and goes 100 miles an hour doesn't mean it's not going to be fun, you know.
Yeah,
it doesn't need to be, but I think they missed a mark on this. So they should have themed it to like Mousetrap.
It looks like Mousetrap.
That would have been cool.
Game.
Yeah.
It looks like it.
Yeah, it does.
That would have been cool. You're talking about intellectual property. Everyone has good memories of Mousetrap, the game.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be cool if it was based on that. That's a great idea, Dave.
There was a movie with Nathan Lane, too.
Yes. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I remember
Did
that
you
movie.
guys see the car? I posted a picture of it. The car from IAPA for the mouse coaster looks like a cheese wheel. It's just like, you know, just cheese.
I can't wait to ride around a giant piece of cheese, you guys.
So what I thought was really interesting is it's for a crust,
Yeah.
which I thought was super interesting. I thought it would be 2 and 2, or I don't know. Even it would be awesome if it was more.
Well, there are
Yeah,
different
it would
types
be.
of mouse coasters. Some do have 2 and 2. Others have 4 across. Like I know the one at Primeval World that used to be at Animal Kingdom at Disney was 4 across. So there's
I
different.
want to say the one that I rode was at Six Flags St. Louis. It used to be called Pandemonium, but it's Tony Hawk's now, I think, or whatever.
Actually, reverse that. It was Tony Hawk. Now it's Pandemonium.
Really? Okay. So, but you sat facing each other.
Yeah.
There was 4 spots, and it was 2 and 2, and you faced each other. It was awesome because you could see everybody's faces. It was
That way,
if
you get sick, you got a direct shot too, right across the.
Well, see, the trick with those is the trick with those spinning coasters is the weight distribution in them. If you have one person on this side and one person on the opposite side across from you, you get more spinning action because of the weight, in it and whatnot. So, yeah,
it'd be great. You talked about the cheese. It'd be great if at the they have the little themed gift shop right there, and they actually have like real cheese that you could buy.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Cedar Point, as we all know, they listen every week. So Cedar Point, have cheese in the shop at the boardwalk, please.
Sample.
The cheese on the stick and
the cheese on the stick.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, fried cheese curds.
Fried cheese.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's a lot of potential there.
A lot of cheesy potential.
Yeah.
You'll be killing me with this.
Funny.
All right, so we talked a couple weeks ago about Raising Cane's. How it's. Am I on a delay again? What is going on? Are you guys hear me okay?
I'm hearing laughing for some reason.
I think someone was sharing it and it bled through. Somebody was sharing the post, I think.
Oh, okay.
Nicole's guilty.
So we talked.
Me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me.
We talked a couple weeks ago about Raising Cane's and all the hype around it. Some said it's overrated. I say it was overrated. Chick-fil-A had a lot of hype. Some said that is overrated. Some people love Chick-fil-A. Well, there's talk maybe Chick-fil-A being a thing of the past.
Really? I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Several of the Cedar Fair parks are removing their Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
So
yeah.
I don't know if
I
it's
think
a contractual
Subway
thing.
disappeared, and so did Pink's, and Johnny Rocket, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Now, I don't know if it's a contractual thing where they're obligated to be in the park for however many years the contract is, or if Cedar Point's is saying, we want to do our own thing and, put their own version of Chick-fil-A in there, like the Cedar Point version. But
CP filet?
Yeah. CP.
Oh, God.
They'll be open on Sundays.
Yes. Yeah.
But you know what, though? That's probably an actual concern because that's a huge space. They don't service half of the time that the park is open. I mean, I get it. Philosophically, that's what your organization chooses to do, but that is huge in the park. It's a big footprint to take up with no income.
Not only that, you bring up a good point. Not only that, Nicole, but you're closed on one of the busiest days, which is odd. And the other thing too is when they're closed, well, that puts pressure and makes the long lines longer at other restaurants. So we all get screwed, whether you go to Chick-fil-A or not. If you're there on a Sunday, you get screwed because it makes the other restaurants busier. It was always a weird thing to me to be closed on Sunday and have it at the park.
Yeah.
We don't even have Chick-fil-A where I'm at.
It's all right. You'll survive.
Yeah, you're not.
It's not that life-changing.
No,
I wouldn't be too hard. I mean, I enjoyed like their lemonade and their nuggets and that, but I would not be heartbroken if they left because the line is always too long and I never go there because of that. So
yeah.
They do have a killer peppermint shake. I will say that. I will go once a year for their peppermint milkshake. But other than
Peppermint
that,
milkshake.
Oh, God, don't get me started.
Well, and the other thing too is I'm sure you're paying a decent amount to Chick-fil-A for the name, or they're getting a decent amount of the profits. It's like, do you really need that? I mean, when you're already in the park, I mean, why would you pay for something that it's not going to? I don't think it's going to change one guest. It's not going to make one extra guest go to the park. Number one, it's not going to make one extra guest eat. They're all going to eat somewhere else. So why would you pay to Chick-fil-A or Pink's or Johnny Rockets when people are going to be there anyway?
Mm-hmm.
Well, interesting thing about that building is years ago it was a Chick-fil-A. Then Chick-fil-A moved out. Cedar Point did their own thing in there. They had their own version of chicken, and it was really good. It was actually really good. And then they closed that and brought Chick-fil-A back again.
I remember that.
So nothing
What
can
you
stay
talking
in
about
there.
then.
Yeah, well, years and years ago, it used to be a pizza place. So it's like it's been a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Well, I
But
think if Cedar Point looking for something different, there's these things called chicken tenders, and then there could be a great spot there.
Yeah.
The Long Nugget store.
Yeah, the Long Nugget store. I like your thinking,
God,
Andrew.
Andrew.
They need one more spot to sell nuggets. The Long
Yeah,
Nuggets.
right.
had really good food in there. They had like a chicken salad. It was like a pretty good sized salad, and they had like long nuggets on it, and toppings and that. It was really good. I would not be disappointed at all if we brought that back.
Well, it will be interesting if the upcoming season, if they take away all the licensed restaurants. I mean, obviously we haven't heard anything about Melt, but if all the other ones are gone and they do something else, that's going to be kind of interesting.
Yeah,
trend.
I don't think
it seemed to be a big trend a few years back, bringing in all these chain restaurants. Now it's
right
to unload them.
Well, I don't think that it would be a coincidence if they all kind of went away at the same time. That's probably a strategic thing by Cedar Fair. It's like I said, why would you give away pieces of your pie when they're already there anyway? They're not going to bring.
Yeah, but how does that work? I mean, is that like do the chain actually rent that spot out and then pay Cedar Point part of the profits, or does Cedar Point pay them to come in and do it? I'm not sure.
I don't. I do know with a couple food truck guys that I talked to, they pay a big percentage of like 40% to Cedar Point, but they get a lot of business. Of course, the food trucks don't have the name recognition of a Chick-fil-A so probably Chick-fil-A has a little more negotiating. So maybe I don't know how their deal would work. It'd be interesting to know though.
Yeah. Because same thing happened with Subway last year too. Subway moved out.
That's right.
They did.
Subway.
Now somebody had mentioned a rumor last year that they were coming back.
Did anyone grab a Derby dog? Because I totally was planning on it, but never did.
They were closed.
They're closed all the time.
Yeah, that was
disappointing. I wanted to, but I couldn't because every time I was over there, they was closed. And it's like, what the hell?
So there's no way it's a coincidence if Derby Dog. I mean Subway's gone, Chick-fil-A is leaving,
Chicky and Pete's
is leaving,
Johnny Rockets
leaving.
Johnny Rockets.
That's not coincidence. I think that there must be some sort of strategy by Cedar Fair to get this done.
For sure. I think
forget about one other place, guys. Did y'all forget about Panda Express from the right across from the Red Garter?
Oh, right. Yeah.
That place is packed always.
Yeah.
Has anyone heard anything about that? If it's staying?
No, I haven't heard anything, but I will say this. When we went, it was one of the last days of the year, the portion size really shrunk.
Huh.
Yeah.
It was half what I normally got.
You get tiny dishes, huh?
Now you do.
Yeah.
Now you do.
Normally it's huge.
Yeah. It was like half that. Now I don't know if that was because it was the end of the season and they were running low on product, or if that's just the new thing. But
it could be worker to worker too, Dave. I always sweet talk the workers. I look, this little portion isn't going to work for me. Come on, man. Come on. They usually throw an extra scoop on there for me.
Especially if you're spending a shit ton of money on it.
Yeah, good point, Dylan.
All right.
The good thing about Cedar Point workers that work in the food places, they realize it's not coming out of their paychecks. They don't mind giving you a little extra if you ask.
Well, I don't know, man. Have you been to like Farmhouse or Backbeat? They're actually weighing the meat.
That is true. That is true. But I'm always able to go to Hugo's and get a little extra scoops. Hugo's was very good to me.
A little extra scoopy scoop. So, guys, what are you ready to talk about Sawmill Creek so I can argue with Michael about breakers?
Okay.
Sawmill
Seriously, Donnie.
Go ahead, Donnie. Set it up.
So Sawmill Creek has Seasons of Joy is what they're calling it. So it's like holiday themed weekends through the rest of November and December with a ton of like events. They have singers, they have crafts, a movie night like each day of the weekend. So that tells me it's just a matter of time before someone figures out that they need to open breakers for the holidays and have the same events. And
I don't see it happening anytime soon. There's a reason, Donnie. The reason being for that is that breakers is actually inside the park, so they literally have to open the park.
No, they
just
don't.
To have people get back.
Breakers is not inside like the actual gate of the park. You can drive all the way back through the parking lot, around the peninsula, and into the parking lot of Breakers without having to go into any of the fenced area.
But okay, let's say I jump on Michael's train here and ask you guys a question. Then, is the whole like if I left right now, could I drive anywhere on the peninsula, or is the whole peninsula shut down?
Yes, you can. You're not supposed to. And I tried in the winter, and they were just asked you not to. But if you just drive around the gates, you can get back there. Because right now, I mean, the marina and stuff is open all year round. People's boats are stored back there, so they have to at least be able to get to the marina entrance to check on their boats. To go ahead.
Well, did you know that restaurants open all year too? That Bay Harbor restaurants open.
Yeah,
Bar Harbor, yes.
Mm-hmm. So if you can make it there, then obviously you could just, unless they were going to roadblock it, but they're not going to because they're working.
So I don't know.
Driving back there. Go ahead.
Okay, I think somebody's on a delay here.
I really think that as we know Cedar Point. Go ahead.
Andrew, your Wi-Fi must be tripping up. So I think what Andrew is saying is that
we know Cedar Point loves money.
Loves money, yeah. So I will 100% will go to Breakers.
I'm with Donnie.
So, well, here's my thing. My question.
Andrew's a robot right now.
They've already got Sawmill Creek. They've already got Castaway Bay open year-round, fully staffed or somewhat staffed.
Yeah.
Okay. Would it be beneficial for them to fully staff Hotel Breakers, a third resort, in the off season?
But who's going to go to Sawmill Creek though for the holidays? I mean, that's like, I'm not going to I've never even been to Sawmill Creek. So
I've been out there one time, Donnie.
Yeah. So
I've been out there once. I got to see what changes.
Well, my fear is the failure of the Seasons of Joy at Sawmill Creek might make them afraid to do Breakers, but if
it ain't going to be Donnie, I can tell you right now, what they did at Sawmill Creek is 110 times more better than what it looked like before.
Yeah.
I was out there. I was actually out there doing their prep for them because they had somebody coming in, and that play. I got to tell you, Sawmill is amazing now. It's literally amazing.
All right, you're talking me into it, Mike. I'm going to try and go just so we can support and make it more likely that Breakers goes because it's not even that expensive. Rooms are going. No. They only have one type of room there, as far as I can see, and they're like $150 a night.
Yeah, and the wife and I are. The wife's wanting to do it too.
So maybe that's something that we should consider through the next couple of months.
I have a couple. I have a question and a thought.
Okay,
Andrew.
$150 is super cheap. That's like. Can you not hear me?
Yeah, you're on delay there.
You're breaking up, buddy.
Cheap. The $150 is super cheap. So I wonder, it's not the same price during the regular season, is it?
Yeah, I think so. I looked earlier in the year, and the rooms were pretty cheap.
Really?
Well, you know what? Maybe they're not, because that would seem very low for a Cedar Point property. I mean, that's almost as cheap as Express.
Yeah, but
a lot more.
Sawmill was
the other thing too, it's crazy that they already have shuttles, that they don't run a shuttle out there during the season. That to me is nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that may change with the pavilion opening up, and we were talking about that before. The rumor was they're going to have like a water taxi type deal going. So
right,
they didn't have one for Castaway Bay either, and they used to.
The other thing I want to say, and there really is not a correlation, but I do want to give an observation on Donnie's thought about opening breakers during the off season. Number one, you'd have to charge in the $150 to $250 range because there's no way you can get $500 or $600 like you do in the regular season. So you would already be cutting in half.
Yeah,
it'd be hard to get staff. It'd hard to get staff, and like for me that has a food truck, like I can run all year long. And I could chase money out in the cold, but it's just not enough. Even though it's some business, sometimes it's just not enough business to chase because of your overhead. So I don't know how breakers could do it, or what they would have to charge in the off season to. Even though you could probably fill some rooms, but could you fill enough rooms to make money?
Right.
I don't know.
And on that
Are there
note,
enough Donnies out there?
Right. And on that note, breakers is just so big. That's like one of the biggest obstacles of doing it is how big it is. Like it's huge. If you stand on the beach and you look at it from one end to the other, it's like, what? This is like the biggest hotel I've seen other than what is it? That Rose and Shingle Creek out in Orlando. Like this is a giant hotel.
Well, it's not just staffing it, but you also got to heat that building too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's, as you know, heating costs are not cheap. So,
well, they probably do that all year anyway, just for the safety of the interior, but maybe like just turn it way down like to the 60s or something. I don't know. We should get some maintenance guys and find out.
Yeah, it's going to be cheap, but I mean, like I said, is it beneficial? You already got 2 other resorts open right there.
Mm-hmm.
Plus you got Kalahari, competition down the street. So, I don't know how that would work. I would definitely go, but
that's the other issue. That's the other issue too, is you have all these other hotels at that area offering, in other experiences for kids, indoor water parks. Like, why would you take kids to breakers when there would be literally nothing to do? You're driving an extra 15 minutes off the strip to anything you'd have to do would be on that Route 4 strip or whatever that is out there. I mean, you'd be out on that peninsula with nothing to do.
Yeah.
I hope you all think this is worth it. You can just see Donnie's face. You're crushing his soul with every sentence.
You're actually convincing me against it. I'm like,
smaller. Sad.
I was like, okay, we're doing this so we can look at the frozen lake. This is like all we have right now. We're gonna walk on the icy cold beach and look at the frozen lake, and that's about it.
Yeah, it's a lot different when you're writing the checks.
Right.
Yeah.
I share your same enthusiasm, Donnie. I wish that they could do something cool, but I wish they could incorporate some kind of event at the park as well. I mean, I know that's so nuts, and it's just not even probably possible, but that's just the fantasy.
Well, I do want to talk about this. It's kind of interesting that Dave said that the Scrambler and the Matterhorn are already taken down. So, I mean, they've already committed to the bit. That stuff's moving, and there's no way they're going to get new stuff to fill those holes by this coming spring. Right. What in the world are they going to do in those spots?
Good question.
They're going to throw some trees in there, or
food trucks,
or maybe, or they could. You never know. They might announce a new ride, a new spinning ride, and just throw it in there too. I don't know.
There's
I
a
don't
lot
think
of
so. I think this is
project.
With moving Matterhorn and Scrambler, they still have a little bit of real estate to work with. The only issue I see that's in the way would be Corkscrew. Now, if they took out Corkscrew, there'd be a lot more real estate to work with, and you could probably put a T-Rex coaster back there. You'd have to take Corkscrew out and Wardrobe and move Wardrobe someplace else. But other than that, there's a bit of real estate there you could work with.
Wasn't there talk about them taking Corkscrew out anyway?
Yeah, that's been a rumor. I've heard some rumblings about that. Corkscrew's on its way out. It's outlived its lifespan.
I've heard the same thing.
Yeah.
Even when I was at Castaway, I talked to a couple of maintenance guys that had to come over for stuff, and they pretty much confirmed that Corkscrew's going to be on its way out, but they don't.
I'm not a big fan of it anyway. Hurts my head.
Yeah. A lot of people, their argument is it's iconic. It goes over the midway and all that. It's like, yeah, but you can build another coaster that does the same thing too.
Yeah,
exactly. You could.
Yeah.
I think that there'll be nothing there next year. I think that that'll either be part of the Top Thrill Dragster project for the 2024 season. And then if they're going to add something like a new big coaster, like Michael's suggesting, that would be maybe 2025. I don't think we're looking at anything going in that space for a while. There's so many big projects happening right now.
Yeah.
There's not going to be a giant coaster reveal, I don't think, in the next
You
2 or
could put
3
a
years.
couple more VIP tents up right there.
Well, I mean, they're so packed. You know, everybody needs that lemon water because you can't make it through the day without it.
I'm suspecting, though, that's sometime next year we're going to hear something about Top Thrill, though.
I agree.
Well, and that's another thing too. Donnie had a good idea. I mean, you could easily do the lazy way and just put some fencing up and just you know, you can't get in that spot. Or you could throw up a pop-up spot for something specialty. You could put a food truck in there. There's things that you could do to at least not let that place, you know, just go to waste next season. That would, you know, just give it a little bit of new excitement, a little bit of new energy with the spaces being there until they figure out something full time. Like I loved 2 seasons ago, they had all those food trucks there. I liked that. You know, being a food truck guy, I liked it, but just in general, I mean, I thought that was pretty cool that they did that. You could see food trucks from all over the region.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, they don't put them on the main midway anymore like they used to.
No,
it's kind of weird.
No, they just had a couple.
And there were only like 3 this season.
No, there was probably about 5 or 6.
There was 6 or 7 out there.
Yeah, that was over across from Iron Dragon there. They had that area.
Right. I just thought there were I thought there were only 2 or 3 in there.
No,
there was the Gaucho and the Gringa.
What I saw.
Yeah, there was that bagel place. There was
Bagel Factory.
Yeah,
there was the fire truck guys. They were back.
Walking Tacos. There's
Walking Tacos. Yep.
Yeah.
So let's talk, since we were already I was already sort of talking about a winter event. Winter Chill Out is the only thing we have for months.
Winter Chill Out was on the list of things to talk about.
Now,
unfortunately, I don't know how in the heck that's going to happen.
I got an issue with Winter Chill Out. Okay, it's like it's an awesome event, and the money goes to a great cause. Okay, I believe it's to Give Kids the World, which I'm also raising money on my Facebook page for, by the way. It's an awesome organization, and everybody that works it is volunteers from Cedar Point. You know, they volunteer their time to work the event. However, the ticket sales for it are an absolute disaster, and the demand is so high. There's so much more opportunity there for them to bring in more money for the charity by expanding the event, which definitely needs to be done. There's such a high demand there for this event. I don't know why they're not doing it.
How would they expand it?
Maybe make it a 2-day event. You know,
there you go.
Groups
there you go,
you know, instead of just the one.
Then you're also helping. If someone wants to go 2 days, you're also helping the hotel situation there. You know, there's a lot of benefits, I think, to making a 2-day event, and you already see how crowded the 1 day is. So, I mean, it's not like you're taking a chance. A 2-day would definitely be successful. I mean,
and it would be even more successful for Castaway Bay because you got rooms over there at Castaway during this event that would be perfect for it.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Super fun to have to go to the water park during the downtime. You know,
exactly.
Super fun.
Boom, there you go.
Yeah, point. You better be listening.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, really,
Tony
literally
called me this week, so I'll remind him.
Yeah, call Tony. Tell him we need 2 days for Winter Chill Out. That way, us people that work on Saturdays can actually go. Because I don't ever even try to go because I'm always working on Saturdays. So
I've never been to one.
Sunday,
I have never been to one.
Yeah, I mean, literally, if you're not sitting in front of your laptop right when tickets go on sale, and even then you're not even guaranteed. I mean, I had them in my cart before, and I'm putting in my payment information, and it was sold out before I could even do that.
Somebody took them out of your cart? Oh, man.
Yeah,
I don't even want to talk about tickets, all right?
They're not guaranteed.
Sounds like Nicole tried to get Taylor Swift tickets and did not get in.
Y'all.
Did you try, Nicole?
You can't take it off.
Hey, I can't stand Taylor Swift.
She doesn't like you either, Michael.
You know what, Michael? She's got more money than you.
I'm just kidding. I'm teasing.
I know. It's all right,
my kids and their mom got Swift tickets.
They got them?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
My kids and their mom.
All right. Well, tell her I said hey.
Well,
okay. You know, they could sell them for $85,000 right now. they wanted.
So I'm glad that
Right?
Ticketmaster doesn't handle winter chill out. I am glad about that. So, even though they got poached out
They'd
of
be all
your,
gone in pre-sale before they even go
I
on sale
know.
with the public.
Right.
So I'm glad that they keep that internal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try this year. We'll see.
We're going to try too.
I
Yeah,
think
such
for
a
me,
great event.
I think for me, as I get older, the less and less attractive outdoor events in the winter become.
Yes.
Dude, I hate being cold. Like it just winter chill out, winter nothing, winter solstice, winter nothing.
Yes.
Sounds interesting to me.
They should be selling hot chocolate.
Yeah,
You know,
anything
They
with
will.
winter
Warm
or
beverages.
chill or cold.
Listen, if I get tickets to winter chill out, I'm totally buying the $100 heated socks from Costco because I don't like to be cold either.
Well, let me ask you guys this: are any of you planning on going to Winterfest at Kings Island and using your Platinum Pass down there?
Every year I say it, I'm gonna try and get down there, but realistically, probably not. But I mean, it's definitely something like, oh, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna.
Johnny, you got to do it, man.
You look
Listen,
at the weekend.
Dave, I'm going to spring this on you. The wife and I are definitely going to go down there.
Yes.
Awesome.
if you have not been down there, you guys got to do it. It's such a remarkable event.
We're doing it.
You do such a good job. The shows, even if you don't like, it's not about rides. I mean, they do have a couple coasters open, but it's more about the shows and the experiences, you know.
So who has platinum passes? Which one of you guys
went.
got
My wife
real
and I.
bougie with us this year?
Oh.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll be sitting back in the gold pass line.
Oh, all right. Oh,
Waving
sorry,
to my
Nicole.
friends.
Nicole, you can log off now. We're talking about Kings
I know.
Island.
Sorry.
Oh, come on, no.
I'm just kidding.
Don't do that.
See you guys later.
We went.
Bye.
We did go a few years ago, but I'm interested with Donnie. You know, when you have kids that are now teenagers, the problem is when you do something outside the box like that where it's cold, you're gonna have so many of them complaining. It's almost not even worth taking it. There's no way you're gonna get all 5 or 6 people in your group to be happy and having fun and making the best of the situation in that weather. And so to me, it's not worth the hassle because all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get mad because they're annoyed and they're cold and they're bitching, and it's just it's no way it's gonna work out the way it's supposed to work.
The thing about Winterfest is there's a lot of indoor stuff to do too.
Whoa.
You got the indoor coasters open, you got the fest house that's open, you got all the shops, you got restaurants with live entertainment in it.
Yeah, so you can actually go in places and get warmed up.
We actually went down there.
Go ahead,
Maybe
Donnie.
we tried to go like 4 or 5 years ago. We got a room at because there's what's the water park that's right in the
Great Wolf
connected to the parking lot. We got a room at Great Wolf, so we were going to stay there. And we get down to Cincinnati, and it was 40 and raining. So I'm like, we're just standing there, like we're just going to stay here at Great Wolf and not.
Yeah, we did that last year
it.
too. We booked a suite at Great Wolf and went to the park during the day. Then got back, went to the water park, during the day before the theme park opened. That worked out great. It was a great experience.
Nice.
Yeah. But
all right, guys. So here's the thing. I have to be somewhere at 11, so I can either A, jump off, or B, we can wrap up. What's the vote?
I have to go too because I got to be somewhere at 11 as well. So
Okay.
I'll be jumping off as well.
Well, let's do Ride of the Week, Dave.
Yeah.
Ride of the Week, we're going to take you back to one that's no longer there, Disaster Transport.
Oh, yes.
Oh, man.
It's like a bobsled coaster. It used to be outside, and they built a building around it. Late 80s, early 90s, something like that. And I actually had the opportunity to work that ride for a summer, too.
That's why you have all the sound effects.
Well, yeah, kind of, but that's not.
What'd you do now?
But there's a lot of experiences on there.
What'd you do?
That were a lot of fun.
What'd you do?
That ride was absolutely amazing. When it first came out, the indoor theming, the queue with the robot, and I will tell you, I'm still heartbroken to this day that Disaster Transport is no longer there because it was one of my top favorite rides. But the only thing that made it okay that it's gone is how amazing Gatekeeper is. So I seriously, it'll always have a special place in my heart. But Gatekeeper is amazing. So
Gatekeeper is fun, but Disaster Transport was so different from anything else.
I know.
On a hot day, it was nice because it was air conditioned and when you're sweating.
It was a good stepping stone coaster for those that are into the bigger thrills, which are really lacking at the park.
Yeah,
I think the mouse coaster's I guess going to help a little bit with that. But I really
Avalanche
missed it.
Run. Okay, so
All
before it was Avalanche Run,
Mm-hmm.
marathoned that thing, loved it.
Yes,
loved it.
Yes, awesome coaster. And if you remember why they took it out, there's a rumor that Mrs. Kinzel's wife, because they lived right next to it, basically on the beach right there, didn't like the noise from it. It was that, and there was sand blowing into the track there too. But lots of rumors going around as to why they enclosed it and that. But it was a fun ride.
I don't even remember before they had a building around it. So
Dylan, that's because you weren't born.
Oh.
Yeah. On that note, all right, guys, have a great week.
Yep.
All right. We'll see you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.